what role does the skin play on the human body? Yeah, and keep in mind your skin not only is your protective outer coating, it's your third kidney. And if you understand your kidneys are involved in the elimination of cellular and parasitic waste, that would be important to understand then why we promote sweating. They used to say promote sweating so you can get the poisons out of the body. And but what poisons you're trying to get out? Yes, you're trying to get out acid waste. And this is why you see the skin break down. The skin is your third kidney, whether it's acne, psoriasis, I don't care what you call it. Your skin is your third kidney. When it is not eliminating, it's backing up. And when it backs up, the lymph nodes back up, the kidneys are backing up, everything's backing up. When you see psoriasis, eczema, acne, it doesn't matter. You're having kidney filtration problems and probably more, and you're doing dairy products. You're doing too many mucus-forming foods, which you should eliminate. So look at all those factors. How long would it take for skin issues such as acne and rashes to clear? And that's a good question. It's a good, legitimate question. This is Rena. You know, it depends how bad your lymph system is, quite frankly. It depends on your lymph system and what? How fast you can get your kidneys to filter. Remember, that deals with the adrenals. And the younger people have so much chronic adrenals. Don't get upset, but it could take you a little longer than what you'd like. I mean, look at Babe. She's like 500 days on juices, but a lot of vegetable juices, and you'll see the difference. When Babe finally shifts off the vegetables and goes to fruit, it'll accelerate in a fraction of the time. But it's just the way it is, you know, and so it's a balance that this person has to have because of the extreme chemical toxicity that they've been subjected to. So we're all at different levels of this sort of thing. It's enough to say is once you understand what you're doing, keep going until you clear it up because there's nothing else out there. You won't find anything else out. The supplement world, most of you have already been through that one. Most of you have been through the chemical medication world and gotten deeply sick. Now let me see, I'm taking your herbs, adrenals, kidneys, and lymph. And I would go after my bowels too. Clean up my GI tract, do a couple of lymphatics, one capsule, one say a lymph node or something, and clean your lymph system out that way. You might have to go up to 2 kidneys or something. You could take the skin formula. It could make it worse. It could make it better. You just have to see. Sometimes the skin formula just kicks people's butt and just starts opening everything up. Oh, this is good. 100% fruits through the day and salads at night. Now, if you want to kick it up a little faster, then leave off the salads for like 5 days or 10 days or something like that, and then come back on them, you know, and kind of do those short little fasts like that, and you keep pulling. But anyway, anything like lemons and stuff might help you. Go on a 10-day lemon juice fast or go to 20 days and really start tugging on that. Check your urine for sediment. If you're not seeing sediment, then you're not going to see skin improvement. Why would you see skin improvement if your weaknesses aren't being fixed? It seems as if my skin keeps getting worse and worse if I just get really stressed. Well, you know why? Because stress is the adrenals and kidneys and lower back. Well, that shuts it down even more. That turns on the epis again, your adrenalines again, and shuts down your dopamines and acetylcholine. So you shut down elimination under stress, and you start to see everything start to exacerbate like that. And that's just common. Skin except tell me that I am consuming too much sugar through fruit. No, that's bull crap. That's ridiculous. This is about acids in the lymph system. It has nothing to do with sugars and fruit doesn't have too much sugar. It's simple sugar. And, you know, because something tastes sweet, we judge the amount of sugar something has in it by the sweetness of it. But eat a piece of bread. A piece of whole grain bread, not overly sweet, but it is hundreds of times sweeter than fruit. So you see what I'm saying? It's not the flavor that makes it sugar rich. My skin is also very dry. Very dry means dehydration. Dehydration means acidosis. Acidosis means you're not filtering from the kidneys because your adrenal glands are not allowing your kidneys to filter, and you have kidney weakness to caboot. But Someone asked me about moles. That's one of the questions that I have on my questionnaire. Do you have moles growing on your body? And that's part of the fungal family. You will see moles on an individual that has adrenal gland weakness and they're having sugar metabolism problems. That's your adrenal glands. And your body can't do starch. I mean, anything fermented is just going to feed these guys. And now that you got them on you, I would take Parasite MNG or something equivalent there for extended period of time until they start falling off, because they'll start falling off if you go on a parasitic formula. But I would also, of course, avoid the starches and really work on my adrenal glands. It's that simple. They're they'll grow all over you, like you're saying here, and that's common. You use creams. Well, that suppresses. So don't be surprised if you detox and things kind of explode on you a little bit, because a lot of these creams hold everything in subcutaneously, and then when you start detoxing, it's like, woohoo, let me out. So don't feel bad if that happens. Don't freak out. That's a natural process of cleansing here. Medical cream, all this stuff serves to suppress, and if they realize we must expectorate, it's a major change and shift in consciousness. These creams and these cortisol type creams, steroid creams and stuff, oh my God, it just locks this into you guys. It slams your adrenal glands, so you're really going to have to spend some time bringing the adrenals up. My skin is so dry and I have dandruff. What the heck is dandruff? Lymph coming out where? The head. So you see what I'm saying? Your lymph system is really involved. You got all the clues, all the signs here are telling you, sweetheart. But Bane, you got to get yourself. Is this male or female? Bane, could be male. Well, sweetie, whether one way or another, get that lymph moving. You've got to really clean up your body here and get your lymph moving, and all this will be clear. Because again, you don't want to start popping basal or squamous cells. You want to start, because after a while, the acids, start breaking down cells. I'm a 25-year-old male. I've had this major thing. These are skin pustulas on the skin since I was about 15 years old. The doctors and dermatologists, there's another good group of people, said that this condition would resolve itself on its own. Well, of course, most people that have childhood acne, as they get moving and working harder in life and things go on, they sometimes clear. But as you've seen, there's a lot of people here with cystic skin problems, eczema. I haven't heard a lot of you talk about psoriasis yet. That's a big one out there, is psoriasis. So, it hasn't resolved, obviously. I've tried everything from burning the pustulas off of my skin to apple cider vinegar to tea tree oil, etc. Well, you're trying to treat your problem, man. Who is this? Marcus. You're trying to treat your problem. And treating, notice this, guys, that treating never cures. It's insane. You got to go. We're too far advanced to be that ignorant anymore and think treatment. We have to think cause, because it's people just like this man here. He's been dealing with these pustulas or acid pustulas for how long? Since he was young. His lymph system has been backed up that long, and this is backed up subcutaneously. That's in around the skin and the lymph nodes. So his lymph nodes are backed up here. So the same thing, Marcus. You really got to get a hold of your kidneys and adrenals and get yourself filtering. Clean up your bowels. Always clean up the GI tract. So you really have to clean that up. You got to get into the kidneys and the adrenals and get the adrenals to turn the kidneys back on and start filtering, and all that will clean out of you and you won't have them anymore. If you keep treating them, as you see, you're not successful because you're not dealing in what's under the skin, what's coming out of you. Why? Remember, the skin is an eliminative organ, your largest eliminative organ. So when you see anything on the skin, it's about elimination. But elimination of what? Well, toxins that fly in from Moose Jaw, Alaska, or what could we be eliminating? Cellular waste. I'm in process of losing weight. Possible to have some baggy skin snap back. Aha! Aha! All right, Dot. Absolutely, sweetheart. Now, there's your connective tissue parathyroid link. Your skin better snap back because that's parathyroid. That's connective tissue. Saggy skin. Even if you are large and you're losing weight, you want this skin to tone. Toned skin, good parathyroid gland. Good calcium utilization. Let your skin be your barometer because as it tightens, your skeletal system's getting better, your connective tissue's getting better, your TMJ will get better. Real important to address these things. You notice those also have like growing pains when they grow and things like this. Shows them right off they're having calcium utilization problems. Anna Maria, 2970, Dr. Morse, can you please talk about vitiligo? What causes and treatment? Yeah, you can ask Shannon because she's fighting that now, and we've been working on her pituitary, and it's starting to go away. We got many cases of this skin pigmentation changes, and it's all coming from the pituitary here. Of course, in the cases where you have, excuse me again, a lot of lymphatic problems, you're going to have some pituitary problems. So go into the pituitary. She probably has some menses problems as well if it's a female. But this is definitely the pituitary. And you want to get on that pituitary, and then your skin pigmentation will balance out and become normal again. I had a question about a sunspot I have on my face. I've had it for over 10 years and I hate it. Is this a pituitary problem? Everyone is always trying to wipe it off my face and it makes me very self-conscious. Hugs and kisses to you too, Lori. Well, I don't know. I don't know what kind of spot it is. I'll say this. Keep cleaning those tissues out, lymphatically speaking. Remember, the skin is hooked right to the lymph system. It's a third kidney. So keep cleaning that lymph system. Make sure your thyroid, parathyroid, pituitary, look at your eyes. Make sure your transverse bowel's cleaned up. If there is a pituitary problem and that's some form of vitiligo, absolutely. You can have all kinds of spots on the skin from all kinds of things, from fungus to virals to all kinds of things, because the skin is reflecting the putrefaction and fermentation that's going on inside. So, yeah, we grow all kinds of things on us. We create all kinds of sunspots and stuff like this. Now, this could show you that this is a lymph stagnated area and you've damaged some cells in that area and you hold that redness and stuff right there. And again, moving lymph. Hot and cold applications would be suggestive there. A comfrey salve might be good for that as well, but definitely hot and cold applications and get that lymph and blood stirring through those tissues and see if you can make a difference. At the same time, you're going to be moving your lymph and making your body healthy internally, and all these type of things start fading away from you and going away. Carrot juice and eating fruits have changed my skin color. Yeah, I mean, carrot juice has been known to do that with the keratin. I'm not a real fan of carrot juice. I mean, that was back in the 60s and 70s. Dr. Jensen woke up to high PSA levels of 1600 and found out he had cancer all through the lower back and prostate. Put himself on a 3 or 4 month carrot juice fast. I've got the video. He videoed himself. But that is an inferior juice, and it's not a good detoxifying juice. It's a starch. And if you Google 256-year-old Chinese man, and just Google that, and you'll come up with this Chinese guy that lived 256 years old, died in 1933. And he claimed he never ate anything that grows below the ground. Well, that's starch. And starch, it really isn't healthy for anybody, to tell you the truth. Although, give a carrot to a horse, they love it. I notice they have lots of cysts under my... Now, this is important, man. There's a lot of cysts under the skin across his back, shoulders, neck, and arms. One in my hand and one on my eyelid. Let me see. Heaven and the earth. Let's get this out of here. During fasting, a couple of boils popped up on my back. Boy, your lymph system is a mess, son. Which I am certainly where 2 of the cysts. I have been eating raw and cleaning my body, but my right kidney, there you go. This is where you have major kidney issues, and that's why when you took that fast and you broke with that, you majorly shocked the kidneys. You went into maybe even a little kidney failure just for a minute. It's why you're swelled right up. I'm telling you, it's all about the kidneys, and all this cysts and stuff prove this. And what does this mean? What causes all these cysts? What system are we in when we're talking about cysts and boils and things? Talking about the lymph, but truly interstitial, because a lot of these cysts and boils have blood in it, right? So that is interstitial fluid. 75% lymph, 25% blood. You see that in juicy pimples, in boils and things like that. So it's interstitial. Well, why would your interstitial fluid back up on you? Some blockage somewhere? Common sense. Well, the blockage, in our opinion, and what we teach, is the kidneys. Well, listen to this. You've got right kidney pain. Now, medical doctors wouldn't even look at that. And it's like, no. This guy gives you a nice layout of everything. Is this a guy or a girl? I don't know. But just I gave a nice layout here of what's going on with them. And their kidneys are letting them know it hurts. Yeah, not so good stuff. Well, don't be confused, man. It's just these kind of foods are not healthy foods. Now, at a level, they're considered better than a hamburger. Okay, at a level. But we are at the top level right now, and those top levels don't have hummus on the menu. I don't know. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it when you're not detoxifying. When you're going down through your lives and you want a little balance because of the consciousness of the cells and society and your emotions and everything, okay. But when you're fasting and high up here, our clients prove this all the time. When they start eating bad and down on the lower scale of food, their body knocks them up for that, kicks their butt. I used to have a standard American diet. I realized my eczema reaction is strongly related to my food. Do you think? Then I control my animal meat intake, less than 10% of my diet, but I still eat salmon, eggs every once in a while. However, I was eating lots and lots of fruits and avocados every day. My acne got extremely bad, and the reason why, but you got to eliminate all the other stuff. But let me say, when you start on a detox, expect the skin to look worse at first. You got to expect that. Everybody goes through that almost. There's some people that start clearing right off, and then they come back again, and then it goes clears, and then it comes back, and then it clears, and then it comes back, and then it clears. You're going to go through ups and downs with that. I never said detox was fun and easy, but you have to make it that. And you have to start, oh boy, look, it's coming out of me. Get yourself sweating. Do saltwater baths, dear. Whenever you've got skin problems, do your saltwater bath. But use a full-bodied salt. Remember the Celtic Himalayan real salt? The real salt. And give yourself a saltwater bath. Because you're highly acidic. Cool yourself down. Give yourself a base bath, which is a salt bath. And that'll help the skin. But it's still showing you what's under the skin. It's just exposing what's underneath. That's all it is, Tina. But you got to get rid of all this other crap. Get strong, get focused, and get on this fruit diet and get yourself detoxified. Because that's the only way you're going to get this. This is a good question. Is it possible to restore skin back to its natural state without laser or surgery? Please. This is a good question. You want to comment on that one? I have very bad acne scar indentation on my face that isn't healing, and my dermatologist is suggesting surgery. Would you please make a video on this particular topic? Much appreciated. Absolutely. Much appreciated the question.
Well, anytime with prolapse, the prolapsed organs, working with your botanicals.
But can skin come back?
Oh, yeah.
Please. You want to make sure. People laugh when I say your hair will come back. People laugh, and I said, no, don't laugh.
It does.
Make sure it does. Because if it doesn't, what's the gig? What's the problem? You don't grow hair on your head. You ever notice those that are balding tend to visit nursing homes quicker? Yeah. Those that are balding tend to go, honey, where did I park the car? If you'll notice, most Alzheimer's, they tend to be real gray and balding.
Hey, you went there.
It was better. I mean, it's better.
Okay.
It was white. It was real white. I'm telling you, it's better. God. Stress of this field's getting me. I'm done. But the skin, real important. All skin conditions. It'll take a while to get all the scarring to eat back up and to get nice again. I'm taking a couple of years to do that part of it. In terms of the acne and the psoriasis and the rosaceous and stuff, those should be gone within 6 months easy. Extreme psoriasis might take you a year, but We've had extreme psoriasis. We had a young lady here. She was only like 18 or 19, single mom. Psoriasis head to toe. I mean, her skin was flaked. When she moved, she split and bled.
Wow.
Even her eyelashes. I have her picture, and it was like there was a path of skin followed her
Oh, my
everywhere she
goodness.
went. So I threw her in the ocean, and then we went
Yeah.
after her lymph system. 2 months, all gone, but the very tips of her fingers. Pretty
Wow.
cool. It was a good case, but she was young, and she was able to tear into it.
Yeah.
And of course, her regenerative ability went well.
Yeah.
Absolutely, and you want to make sure you regenerate your skin. Wrinkles. When I see someone coming in here after about 3 or 4 months and they're wrinkled up, especially in their 60s and 70s, but you got them in the young people from smoking and everything, the calcium's sucking out of them. When you got wrinkles, if they're not going away, you're not getting it. I can just what I tell you. If your skin isn't toning, you're not digging deep enough. You make sure your skin tones. Take the skin formula, go after the lymph, the kidneys, the adrenals, but wrinkles and skin and scar tissue. Your body will eat it up, but you got to be really, really good.